Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. On this episode, we're going to do Tatiana Ali and Von Raspberry. Shout out to Tatiana Ali. You remember her?
Yeah.
The black girl from Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
You know, I did this because I got inspiration from watching Love and Hip Hop Miami, and just shout out to the Afro-Latinas. I think she's Panamanian? Something. And I was like, let me find some black love, some black Afro-Latino love.
Yeah, because black love is black love.
Ali is one of our OGs in it, right?
Yeah.
From when we was cheering. I always thought she was like Indian.
Really?
Or Asian. You know what I'm talking about?
Why you say that?
I don't know. She just gave me kind of, well, I guess, you start connecting the continents. Everybody hop, jump, and skip from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, everybody get to looking alike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slight features is interchange. But I thought she was like Indian and black or something like that. But it's hard. That's a hard combination to come from. I'm fine. Like India, Indian black. And I ain't talking about Native American Indian. Y'all know some of y'all out there. I'm talking about Indian.
You're talking about red
Indian.
dot.
Hindu. Okay, yeah. We don't really say red dot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hindu. Did you say red dot?
Red dot.
Hindu. Oh, Hindu.
Okay. Yeah, that is, because you know why? They don't like no black
I don't want to know why.
They don't like niggas.
I don't. How can you not like the folks? We looking like cousins.
We do, but they don't like niggas.
What? I wouldn't say that. I think that's an old school. I think the younger generation a little more accepting. Maybe some of the old school generation don't like it, but I think the young, the Mindy Khaleds and what's the other boy?
Aziz.
Aziz. I think they okay.
Oh, okay.
But we know how you feel about Mindy. Anyway, this is about Tatiana Ali and Von Raspberry. So they've been married since 2016. They just had a cute little baby boy not too long ago. We all know Tatiana Ali from the early 90s, late 80s, from being in different shows. She's always known to be in a good cold black movie, honey. And we just love her all around. I actually think she's not a bad actress. I don't know why she isn't in more stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put her in that same crew like with Megan Good and what's the girl who played in Underground? Jamal. The GOAT sister.
Oh, I know you're talking about Journey. Journey. I don't know what the hell you were saying.
That's what? That's shady. How am I telling that's her? She been out longer than him.
Right.
Talking about who Jamal the GOAT sister. And I don't mean GOAT is the greatest of all time. I mean it's Yodel. Because that voice, honey. But also on the other end, Tatiana, this Von Raspberry, I Google him and he a nigga with some funny eyes. But he's an academic. He's academic bay. So he's at somebody's school and they're African American of the history of, civil rights and freedom and crafty crackers. He's an intellectual. Mm-hmm. And that's what he studies. So I just thought that was something just good to highlight them, some black love, some black Latino love, just to show it because it is out there. And I know we're going to talk about it a little bit more in our episode, but I think it's something we should flesh out. You got anything else about Tatiana or Von?
No, good people. I used to have like a little crush on Tatiana when I was little.
I feel like it was the Tatiana Ali, Raven Simone's, Journey. I think she was in that too. Megan Good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, continue to explain there. Yeah. Who else was in the crew?
That was it. I think those are the ones. Definitely Megan Good. Definitely, we even call her Journey, like girl from East Bayou. Ooh, she's so fine. Ooh, she's so fine.
What was so fine about her?
I don't know. Light skinned and curly hair girl. Who knows?
And that's the only ones you were seeing on the screen, honey. You ain't had much to choose from.
Right. And then you had Raven Simone, another light-skinned it.
Did you say skinned it?
Megan Good. Megan Good.
Yeah, they are all like Tatiana Lee was more brown-skinned girl.
She was. She held it down for the brown-skinned girls.
Yeah. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Neil.
I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 90.
90, y'all.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's black with no K. You got to check in?
Of course, I got to check in. So, yeah, I've been in Detroit. That's why. So we're recording in 2 different places. So sometimes that might be a little bit delayed because Neil gets on me. He's like, why are you waiting? I'm like, it takes time for it to go through the internet for me to hear it in my ear to respond. Like, I just can't talk over you.
Internet need to be faster.
And I'm at my parents' house, honey, so I don't know what type of megabytes. What's the speed for the internet called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me forever just to get the password. But it's good. Like I said, it's bittersweet, so it's been good to be home, but it just doesn't feel like home. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's comfortable, it's familiar, but it's not home, right?
Right.
So I really haven't visited or seen anyone. I just been eating. And it don't help that it's cold as hell outside, right?
Have you been eating anything good at least?
Yeah, like Chinese ramen, yes, of course. Of course, it's the treat.
Okay.
Of course, we keep a meal. We keep a snack.
Oh, you keep
I think
a
I'm
snack.
head to Pizza Poplos tonight, actually.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, I'm taking. I think I want some Jets pizza.
Oh.
And I might do. Oh, that don't incite you as much, huh?
Jets don't excite me as much as Pizza Populous.
I might. Pizza Poplos is kind of far out. You either got to go to Greektown or Southland. So I don't know if I want to go way out there. Look, y'all pinpointing my location. Like where I'm at. Let me stop. Let me be good. But it's just been good. It's been interesting to be home and just back in that environment. But like I said, I think it's almost time for me to head back onto your side of town, Nero. I also took today to kind of apply for some jobs and look out. I did something different. So I applied to like a lot of industry jobs. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping to apply my academic background and do like human resources, teaching, training, professional development. And just see where that goes and if it lands me anywhere. It felt productive to do that, which was actually surprising. I actually got an interview. I put this in months ago for like a flight attendant job. Mm. I don't know. I don't know if that's meant for me.
Baby.
I don't know because y'all speak folks out there, especially recent graduates or folks who look between jobs. There has to be this phenomenon of like desperation applying, where you just wake up at 8 a.m. and next time you look down, it's 10 p.m. and you applied for 100 jobs.
Is that where you at?
It is everywhere from Dunkin' Donuts to hospice to Harvard to the White House. You're like, what have I done? And I think I did that in one of those furies. And that's why I ain't gonna say the airline just in case I gotta work there. Just in case. I never know what the Lord has in store. And I was like, oh, okay. But could you see me doing that, Nero? Like, this is not someone at the desk. Like, I can maybe see me being the person checking in, kikiing with people, being like, I'll fit in good with that shady crew who look at your suitcase and don't lift it. Mm-hmm. And you'll be giving them something and act like they don't see it. Like, I think that would be entertaining. But this is for a flight attendant.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if flight attendant, waiter, waitress is your type of thing.
Why?
Just
for a fun key for a year?
You don't even like crafty crackers like that. First of all.
You think they'll get with me?
Yes, they'll get your ass. And the thing is, you can't go nowhere. The thing with the box store is you can be like, have a blessed day, ma'am, and just walk away and go to the break room.
Yeah.
You on a plane.
Hell, I'm saying home.
You on a plane. You can't go nowhere.
So I got to keep walking past them, looking at them.
You got to keep walking past looking at them.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't know if that's your skilo, but hey, you never know. Break out your comfort zone. Hey.
I'm thinking just for a year of flying. Uh-huh. I was on ask, can I do this part-time so I can fly the rest of the time? No, that's too much.
Because isn't it how it work? Like you get there and then your ass is on call, so they just call you like 2 hours before a flight.
I'm assuming I'm going as the lowest ranking one, so I'm assuming I'm not gonna have a schedule. I'm assuming they're gonna be like, these days you better be here, bitch, and you go where I tell you to go. But I don't. That's what I say. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. Anybody out there, y'all flight attendants, let me know if I'm making a bad decision or if this is gonna be the best decision of my life. But everyone says it's a very competitive thing. Like, it ain't like flight attendants make bank or nothing, but the benefits are so good, right? Yeah. That folks really, it's a hard job to get interviewed for. So, I'm honored they selected me. Well, I hope all them fucking degrees. But so I know it's a very competitive thing, but I really don't know the structure or the day-to-day schedule, what that would look like, right? Mm-hmm. And then what type of training it is. Like, am I going to have to jump out of a plane? Because that's not happening.
No, I think...
Or like, what is not?
No, you don't have to drop on a plane, but I think it's going to be a lot of flight simulations, and they're going to have an airplane, and the shit going to be shaking, and they were like, crash, get ready for crash, and then you got to act like
what I'm going to do when it's the plane going down. I'm getting on my knees.
They sending your ass back home.
Following suit.
They are sending you back home.
What you mean they go send me
crash landing. Here goes Naomi. Oh Lord, take me now.
Make it quick and painless.
You supposed to be stoic and shit. Calm voice that let people know it's gonna be okay.
Y'all pray. That's me. Because we ain't gonna make it. Look, I'm gonna be trying to save people on the way down. If you have not given your life to
Oh
God,
my
this is the
God.
time to give your life over to the Lord.
Look, this is your Bible. It says what it said is. You are what it is. You are.
I'm gonna went viral.
God
These all
bless
the
you.
pastors that have my back. The pastors that have my back. They be like, you did right, sister.
Right.
I was trying to save souls.
When you say that, I believe you've been
Have been
saved by the
saved.
Lord.
And I find you a good Bible-driven church.
Oh my God.
So that's I don't know. So if you anybody flight attendants, y'all let me know. Let me know if y'all think I'll be a good fit. I'm kind of a little nervous, low key. So I don't know what they're gonna ask me. Usually I'm really comfortable and prepared and like comfortable about talking about my transferable experiences, but they might have got me on this one. Like it's interesting. And I'm gonna take the opportunity, of course, because you never know where the Lord directed you. But that was one of the ones I was like,
I think
everything. I don't know.
I think what's interesting is that out of all the jobs and degrees you got, I think you working at the box store will probably be more transferable. Because, they're going to be talking, I'm for real, because they're going to be talking about like tough situations and like dealing with difficult people and things of that sort. And I think you got a couple from like, working in industry, but I think a lot of things going to come from the box store and being like, somebody caught me a nigga once today. And
That's such a good one. Even if it didn't happen, I just start saying that. And I'm going to get the shock factor in the interview. Tell about a hard situation you had with a guest. Well, one day someone called me a nigga. You're hired. Like, what's that? I'll forever be like the girl that they called the nigga. I'm doing that from now on there. I didn't even think about that.
And they called me a nigga and I didn't punch him in the face.
First. That's talking about self-control, protecting the brand.
Right.
I don't know. Next question. What is me? Next question. Well, that's a good one there. If you was interviewing somebody, they said that hit you in your throat, what'd you do?
I said, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Let's unpack this.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be doing the check-in. Look, again, we catch up. I also watched Grownish.
Yes.
You see it?
Yes.
It was really cute. I thought it was cute. I'm supporting. I'm proud of Yari. Is that how we say her name?
Yeah.
I would call her Zoe. I'm very proud of Zoe. I think she did her thing. I'm really proud of all those young brown people in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those two twins who really the singers with Beyonce, that young man who looks like he's a grown man, the guy with all the rings on his fingers like a pirate. Like I thought they really did that. And I thought it's a very refreshing way to think about college. Only thing I would say is, where is this diverse college at? Niram, you ever went to any college and seen them many brown people in the same room?
Well, other than me going to a black college, and that was just all niggas.
Yeah, that's something that ain't diverse then. That's just black people. They had an age. They had everybody in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had everything in there from the privileged to prostitutes.
Right.
And that was refreshing. And even if doesn't mimic reality, it's something we should be putting in the narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very, very excited about it. I'm excited how they went forward and talked about drugs and how y'all don't know. You got to prepare your children out there for these drugs. Drugs is heavy in college. And the thing about it, it's different from the hood, because I think in the hood, crack is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if folks do it, the crackheads is not cute. But in college, them cokeheads be a different ballgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them cokeheads be the valedictorians. They be they be getting money. Like, it's a different aesthetic. I always talk about a roommate I have. I almost said her name, honey. She did that line of coke, and I said, Lord. And what about her day? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She did more than coke. She did a lot.
She did.
She did pills and coke, and she just went on about her damn day like it was normal. And it was like a whole movement of that, right? And if you're a brown person, you'd be like, what the hell is this?
Nigga, when they started talking about that Adderall is serious.
That Adderall is a big business in college, okay?
Yeah, I did about 3 years on Adderall. I done got me through college. I'm telling you, that shit ain't no joke.
I didn't believe in it.
You didn't believe in it?
I'm not for pills, really. I don't believe. I might have a drink or splash, but I'm not really for pills. I'm not for pills or smoking. I had one dream that I took some pills and smoked and I died. Oh. And ever since then, I don't know. And as a Leo, I have an addictive personality. So I have to be very careful what I indulge in.
Oh, so that's why you're addicted to me.
Anyway, anything else about Grownish now? Nope.
Well, yes, I do. Like, I just want to say,
I check in. I did it as a courtesy. But what?
That Adderall ain't no joke. And like, there's also something to say about, finding your thing. And you know, I know when we've done multiple speaking engagements about like education and things of that sort, and we always have this joke, like when you're talking about grad school, it's either Jesus or Jack. But for undergrad, but for undergrad, it's a little bit of everything. But it really goes down to like finding your thing and like figuring out what your vice is. Like that pretty much is what college is. Some people do it food. Some people be like drugs. Some people be like exercise, sex. You find all your vice in there and then just turn you out.
Won't it turn you out?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you say even if it's food, you'll be amazed what you be eating all types of night. You don't get. That's why people get the freshman 15, freshman 50, be looking crazy.
Yeah, hell
or people find a Afrocentral, but like that boy who's so ultra black. They tried it when they was like, we're going to the James Baldwin exhibit. And he's like, is this just pictures of sad black people?
With ice cream
I
mountains.
almost died.
Sad black people holding
Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, James Baldwin. Then I seen the pictures. I was thinking in my head, like, what does this got to do with James Baldwin? And then they said it. I was like, oh, I thought it was just me, honey. But I was going to appreciate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also I got to see 911. 911 is a new show on Fox by Ryan fucking Murphys. You know our boy who did American Horror Story?
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking amazing. It has Angela Bassett. It has Peter Crews. Y'all know who he is. He the one from The Catch.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the show he play on? Big Love.
Yeah.
He a cute white man. You know what I'm talking? Do you know any other shows he's from?
That's the only ones I know him from. The Catch.
I think he a cute white. He like old cat daddy cute.
Okay.
And then, okay. And then Connie Britton, the lady with the red hair, who has amazing thick hair.
Yeah, from American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. God, she has. I think she playing Nashville. I think that's more of a. But American Horror Story. God, she's pretty too. When I tell you they was fucking acting, did you see it, Nero?
Yes, I seen half of it.
Oh my God! How did you not see the whole thing?
Because I had to record the podcast.
Oh, what you mean?
Because I was watching it before while I was prepping.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Yeah. I was like, I wasn't recording it. What you record? What podcast you got? It was amazing. So for folks who don't know, 911 is, like I said, written and produced by Ryan Murphy. And what he does is highlights the 911 operator and like the emergency responders. So it's the fire department and EMTs and police officer. Angela Bassett is a police officer. Peter Crews, a sexy white man, is the head firefighter, and Connie Brenner is the operator. So it's just the bomb. And the way they got it set up is like it starts with kind of different 911 calls and how they deal with it and how they're all interconnected. Then also they kind of give a behind the scenes to their life. So Connie Britton, her mom has dementia and she lives with her. She had a huge breakup and she's kind of alone and she's kind of at that middle age, so in her 40s, where she feels like she's getting older and she should have someone, but she's still young and doing her thing, right? So she's at that real in between. Peter Crews, speaking of what's it called, vices, it looks like he was a bomb, like firefighter or something, that maybe in a bigger city or something, but he got on that shit. So he started, drinking or smoking. I don't know which one it was, or on a mixture of both. And he had to go through like therapy and all that stuff. And he was hired at like a smaller fire station. And then Angela Bassett, they always do this to the sisters. She a badass police officer. She ain't here taking no shit. But when she go home, I guess her husband just came out. He was gay.
Jesus.
I feel like what's his name touching this? What's his name?
Cool.
From Empire. Who the director of it?
Big Daddy.
Yeah. What's his name?
Lee Daniels.
I feel like Ryan Murphy called Lee Daniels on this.
Lee Daniels, give me a twist. Give me a plot twist.
He on the down fucking low. And Angela Bassett did what a black woman would do. That's all I'm gonna say. And she performed.
Uh-huh.
It was a throwback to Bernadine.
Okay.
Get shows. No.
That's Nyambi's.
I love it. First of all, I got a crush on Angela Bassett. I'm a groupie for her. The way she can just effortlessly act on everything. So it's an amazing show. Like, just to give y'all an example, like some of the plot twists was somebody flushed a baby down the toilet and he got stuck in the pipes. Somebody was jumping off the bridge.
So that's where I was at. The baby in the toilet. Like when that's why
I said he called Lee Daniels. Flushed the baby down the toilet.
He's like, there's a baby in the drain. And I was like, I need to come upstairs and record this podcast.
Yeah.
I started to call you, but like, let's hold this off for a couple more.
And the baby lived.
It was literally a baby in the drain?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
And then the guy, of course, who reported, they look at Angela Bassett was like, because he had like his bond. She's like, "Are you high?" He's like, "Yes, I am, but I'm on Steva. I'm on what's it called? Steva."
No,
He said, "I'm on the
sativia.
happy weed,
Yeah.
sativia, Steva. Oh, that's Steva's sugar."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm on the happy weed. I'm not on the paranoid weed." And they did here. They started knocking on the walls, and the baby was crying in there.
How you get a whole baby in a toilet?
Because the girl, I'm not going to give away for everybody. The girl gave birth on the toilet, and when a baby's born, they're very pliable. Like they've been in your womb.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, you give it an hour, you ain't gonna be able to do that. But if you do it now, and the thing is, it wasn't on the toilet, like it was the top of the roof where they're doing maintenance, and you know those big drains at the bottom of the toilet. So you know where the toilet's connected. If you remove the toilet and it's that big hole, that's where she pushed the baby down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. So it was big enough. Yeah. Oh, did I send chills down you?
Yeah,
he lived, y'all. He lived.
He was on the main line, literally.
He was nothing. His name need to be Miracle. Jesus child. What's that? The Lord's child. That's all he needed to be. So it was just an amazing, like it was a good show. Like Ryan Murphy, of course, did it. I've been down with Ryan Murphy since Nip Tuck though. So if y'all looking for another show, like you want to go binge watch, Nip Tuck came on what, 10, 15 years ago? Nip Tuck, NIPTUCK. It's about the plastic surgeon. I think that's what Peter Crews played on too.
Did he?
Because Ryan Murphy is like Tyler Perry. He keep the same crew. He don't really mix it up.
No.
So if you with his crew, you with his crew. But I love Nip Tuck. Did you remember I binged it in like 2 weeks.
I know you did.
I love Nip Tuck. And that's where I discovered Ryan fucking Murphy's. I'm sorry. Let me hurry up. Also, the fucking Mega Millions, I had to play, y'all. This shit is over $400-something million. If this is over $400 million, and now first of all, y'all know if I win. That's all I'm going to say. I encourage you all to play. It's $2. Invest it. A lot of times it goes to the schools. If I win Nearums, everyone will know. Lastly, Anita Baker's doing a farewell tour, and I'll be there.
Anita?
I apologize. She said she retired. I thought she already retired.
Me too.
But she said she's doing her farewell tour this summer, and I will be there for it. And I'm assuming it got to be one in Detroit, but that one might be packed. So I'm going to see the one in New York or Boston, and I will be at Queen Anita Baker's concert in the front. I'm paying some money to see her.
Okay.
And apologizing. What's your favorite Anita Baker song?
Caught Up in the Rapture.
Mine is Giving You the Best I Got. Come on. Or Angel is another one. Because of that piano.
Angel.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes, that's all. Go ahead, Nero.
Okay, well, while Nyambi is jet setting the world, I've just been working.
I've been to 3 places.
While Nyambi is jet setting, I'm just working my multiple jobs as usual. Right now, I'm in the middle of what they call Snowmageddon 2018. So it's the first blizzard of the year. And the thing about New England is that since I moved here, I've learned so many huge vocabulary words that I've never learned when I was in Detroit or in all my schools, years of schooling. For example, nor'easter.
Yeah.
What the is a nor'easter?
I know.
What's a nor'easter, baby?
I thought you were going to explain it to the folks. That's what
nor'easter.
Shit.
Yeah, that's when the storm is coming from the north and the east.
And it combines in the middle in white ass New.
So, typically weather comes from from the west and then come eastward. But the thing is, since you're on the coast, some storm come from the north as well. So they go ahead and combine and make like this little cyclone, and it just spins and spins, and next thing you know, you get 24 inches of snow.
Yep.
Another word, bombogenesis.
Bombogenesis. Go ahead, Nero. Why you
like a big ass snowstorm. They just call it a big ass snowstorm. Blizzard.
I can't.
That's what they call the shit. Bombogenesis. Okay. Never in my life heard of this word.
No, we don't say bombogenesis either. That isn't no.
But I guess there's specific things that make it like a bombogenesis. You got to have the nor'easter, but you got to spin around a few times. Like the wind got to be stronger.
Yeah.
And then lastly, cyclone bomb.
What? Why are you saying these words like this? I'm gonna need you to
because that's how they were on the news. I'm trying to hang on
with you, but I'm gonna need you to do better, okay?
That's how they be on the news. Like,
I'm really trying to hang on with you.
Get ready for the cyclone bomb. And then you go in there and be like, breaking news, cyclone bomb 2018. It's like, what the fuck is a cyclone bomb?
And then they be getting you upset.
Yeah. But I'm looking out the window. It ain't no joke. The snowplow in our little complex has been going all damn day.
I bet.
What else is going on?
Speaking of news, I'm sorry to cut you off. Since I've been in Detroit, I've watched the news. Why do y'all news come on all day? I've watched the news from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Every time I sit down, my parents like, turn on the news. I'm like, it's 2 o'clock. And mind you, we don't watch the news at our house. So this is new to me. So I've been watching the news for at least 8 hours straight.
Uh-huh.
We watch the news in the morning, midday, evening, and at night. That's old people shit.
It is some old people shit.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Other than that, finally got my damn car fixed. I still got to go pick it up.
It's fixed?
It's finally fixed.
Look at the Lord.
It's finally done. It took, 2 weeks. It broke down literally at the worst time. Like it had the worst timing, like breaking down like the Wednesday before Christmas. Yeah. It was just a shit show. So, I finally got that. That now my issue is, since you ain't here, is trying to find someone to take me to go get my car.
Oh, I almost said to people online. Oh.
I know.
I'm about to say names.
I know you were, but I called a few people.
Thinking Fancy Success, I think is still in Michigan.
Yeah, Fancy Success is still in Detroit.
Yeah,
and a call spread.
You work 1,000 hours a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's one other person, but the hell, I can't get in touch with his ass. So, I told the mechanic dude, and then, you also got the snowstorm. So today, so I can't even go ahead and get it.
You can't go there regardless.
No. The other thing, what's interesting, like I was talking about in the last update, is that when Naomi not here, I don't watch much TV. Like most of the time I spend my time like on the computer, like working on websites or like doing social media stuff or, working on, my multiple podcasts or things of that sort. So I really don't have like enough time to like actually watch TV. But yesterday, after having like a meeting with one of my supervisors, I was like, I'm tired. So I ended up watching Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I know we got this in the Pillow Talk, but
no, we don't. We can talk about it now if you want.
No, we're gonna talk about it in the Pillow Talk. But that show there, they might be on to something. They might be on to something.
They are on. What you mean, might?
They are on to something, and we'll talk about that more in Pillow Talk. So, that's pretty much what I got going on. I've been cycling more, and I'm pretty cool with that. I've been training. I talked to Corey the other day.
Oh, how you doing? What you doing?
Corey doing good. Because he was talking about moving and selling the houses and things of that sort. So, he gave me some words of wisdom with that, and just trying to catch up with family and, things of that sort. So that's always been going on my side of the time, baby. Why you been gone? And just washing.
Why are you always washing?
Because, like, the thing is, like, since I'm started cycling, I only have, like, 2 pairs of cycle shorts. And the thing is, like, I use, like, this, like, I don't know what it calls, like, chamois cream or, like, buttercream or whatever to, like, put on your inner thighs and your butt so you don't get chafe while you're riding the bike. And the thing is, like, you don't want to wear that more than once. So, like, every so often, I only got 2 pairs. So, after 2 days, I got to throw them bad boys in the washing machine.
You don't have to do a full wash. You didn't, like, hand wash them, right?
Anybody will be hand washing that.
Privilege.
Show is. But, that's what I got for me. Let's talk about some Pillow Talk. What we got?
Well, the first thing I want to talk about, have you seen that Finesse by Bruno Mars and Cardi B?
Yes. So it's a tribute to like a Limited Color?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is. Everybody loves it though. I don't even know the song. The song don't sound familiar. Do you know the song?
No, I really don't.
I thought I listened to Bruno Mars. You know, you begin stuff. I'm like, did I miss something? Did I miss the whole routine on this? And
that's my question. Like, I know it's a remix, but is it from like his latest CD or?
I think it's from 24 Karat Gold. Maybe it sounds completely different.
Maybe,
sometimes some songs be sounding different.
Maybe they just did like a complete remix like how they used to do back in the day.
Come on, like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for that then. But I don't. I just wanted to talk about, because I know everybody lost their mind and went crazy. Now y'all know, in front of white people, what Nayan be gonna say this?
Amazing.
It's brilliant. It's Black culture. Now come close, Black love community. I thought it was cute, and I liked it. But are we not going to continue to talk about how Bruno? Somebody just told me recently, Bruno Mars not Black.
Yes.
He not Black for real.
No.
He take a lot of inspiration. I don't know. I'm trying to.
He brown.
Let's see. I absolutely, he's brown. I'm trying to go into 2018 very positive and P Diddy, like Black winning. I'm glad Black people doing everything. Bruno is really taking a lot, right? From the culture. Is he putting respect on the name?
You know,
did he not?
Well, at the end of the video, it said,
this is just amongst us as a community, right? We having a conversation community. Overall, great video, beautiful. I love it, cute bop. Shout out to the 90s. I love it. But we got to dig deeper, right? So
well, let's
talk deeper.
At the end of the video, it said something about like a tribute to In Living Color. So I guess that's like.
So Damon went. None of the Wayans brothers were available.
I don't know.
None of the. I know J-Lo ain't available, honey. She's with what you call Derek Jeter. Honey. She's not available. But no one else was available.
No.
I don't know. It's just something about it that I'm like. I feel like when Black people, when we embrace our culture, we're looked down upon.
Yeah.
But when Black-ish people do it, it's held to this realm of amazing, innovative, creative standards, right? And it's like, but this is what we've been doing. This us. Like, this is how we always be.
Right.
So I got a little worry about that, because as someone told me, are we sure Bruno's not Black?
I'm looking it up. So he was born in Hawaii.
That don't have nothing to do with Black. I was born in Detroit.
So let me finish though.
Yeah.
So his daddy is half Puerto Rican and half Jewish, according to Wikipedia, and his mother. Exactly, they just put that up in there.
I don't know why they had to mention that, but okay.
Because like, look, it says his father is half Puerto Rican and a word I can't pronounce, Jewish, descended from Ukraine and Hungary.
Okay.
And then he's originally from Brooklyn, and then his mother is an immigrant from the Philippines.
Whoa! So he's Asian, Puerto Rican, and Jewish. Yes. I didn't know Jewish get a shout out when it comes to race. But okay. Cool. I love my Jews. Fine.
And you know, he got that little bit of Hawaiian in him.
In Hawaiian.
Yeah, because he got that.
What just because he lived there?
Yeah, because he got that culture. You know, his mama
was Samoan like The Rock. Isn't The Rock Samoan?
Yeah, you know, his mama was a hula dancer.
Okay. Nope, we're getting off track. So, and then Cardi B is what?
I think Cardi B is like New Yorican.
So she Black.
I don't know if she Black. I know
Do you
she's
see what
like
I'm
Puerto
saying?
Rican.
Do you see where I'm going here?
Yeah, let's see.
Do you see? And I just want to be very careful, because I'm a fan of Bruno and Cardi, and I want them both to win, right?
Yeah.
My critique is not on them. It's the system. It's the system at place. That's what my critique is. That's what I want to clarify. My critique is not on Bruno. My critique is not on Cardi B. I'm glad that they doing it for the culture. I'm gonna bop it. Great, beautiful. I'm glad they win it. But a deeper examination. That's what I want to talk about.
So her mama is from Trinidad and her daddy is from Dominican Republic.
I mean,
New Yorican.
Huh? Would that be considered Black? Is that a toss-up?
Yeah, New Yorican.
I don't think that's New Yorican. You didn't say anything Puerto Rican.
Well, it got the Dominican, so New York Dominican.
Oh, is that what that means? Someone told us this. Let's go back. I thought it was a Puerto Rican born in New York, honey.
I think it might be like just Spanish, like Latino descent, and born in New York.
We gotta do better. Let's get some Latinos on here. Can we get Brown Love Matters? Because we having trouble. But like I said, I'm sorry, I'm eating popcorn. I done got too much.
Nigga, no. Cardi B was born in 1992.
Oh yeah, she's a baby.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. So even if we go on with the ages for Bruno and Cardi, do they even really appreciate or understand the impact? The cultural impact of In Living Color.
They had to watch it growing up. She's 92.
What are you talking about? It went off like in 94. They were like 2.
You're right.
No, that's just your old ass.
That's why I'm looking like, damn. Nyambi, I think you're just trying to be Joe Button. Nyambi over here, Joe Button. Like,
Did you say I'm Joe Button? I have told you.
Nyambi, Joe Button.
I am here for Bruno. I am here for Cardi, and I want to see Bruno in concert. I'm supporting both of them.
Mm-hmm.
My conversation is broader. I just wanted to be clear. I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but the system. So we can get a Jewish royalty from Filipino, Samoan, Icelandic Puerto Rican Jew, and where's she from? All the Caribbean islands.
Trinidad and
come do this,
Dominican
right?
Republic.
That's a very much civil rights black thing that we've done for years. This is not new. Oh, right. This is not new for us.
Right.
And they put it on, make it mainstream, and all of a sudden it's new, innovative, creative. Wow. Oh my God. This is such a breath of fresh air. But when we did it, we thugs, we hood, like, you know.
Yeah. Niggas hating. Niggas Joe Button.
What?
That's what the Migos say when you call a nigga that's hating Joe Button.
Joe Button.
Yeah.
So that's what's, it's almost hard for me. So I probably should have fleshed this out more. I don't want it to seem like I'm coming down on Bruno and Cardi, because that's not the reason. I want them to win. And I'm talking about the broader impact. And I'm not even talking about the brown response, so the white people.
Yeah.
All the non-black people are losing their mind over there. They think this is some new stuff.
Yeah, but it's not new.
No.
This is all the dance moves they did from In Love and Color.
Not nothing new on that.
No. Not at all.
I think they pulled up the In Love and Color intro and just copied that.
That's what they did. That's what it was. It was a copy of the In Love. And that's why at the end of the video it says something like, in honor or tribute to.
Because Bruno keeps getting sued for using all this black music. They keep telling Bruno, you stole it. So it's something about that. I might have to come back to this later, but I think I wanted it a little bit more explicit. Like I wanted the Wayans brothers on there. I wanted some of the Fly Girl dancers up on there. I wanted some of the added, like I wanted that type of. I guess I wanted a homage.
You want a real.
I wanted a full. If you're gonna tribute, and you about to make so much coin off this because he is, and him and Cardi, I really want it to be out there and explicit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me. You say I'm the Joe Button. Maybe you say I'm just Joe Button.
You mad, Joe Button?
I'm not mad.
I know you. I know.
But I just thought it was just a broader conversation.
But I get what you're saying. Like, when it's all said and done.
Back. If brown people did this, I don't think it got this. So I think of Jasmine Sullivan and what's Anthony Hamilton. I mean, that's when they did something like this. Or what's one of the boys?
Big Sean and Janae Ayoko. What if they did something like this?
People will boo it. Like it wouldn't last as long. That's what I'm saying. I know that's gonna be a testy one, and we can transition to love and hip hop and colorism and all this stuff that's going on. But I think it was something like that. It would not have translated the same.
I hear you.
That's what just kind of it frustrates me.
And it is frustrating to be a part of the culture.
Even over this, like it was something new. Like I thought I was about to see something new.
And you were like, this ain't nothing but the Living Color intro credit. Oh.
This is me. I'm waiting.
What's new about this? What's refreshing?
Waiting for the innovation.
Cross colors? Niggas been rocking cross colors.
They wear them now.
So
I'm waiting.
So you like, you know what? The thing is this. And I think this is something also that really shows like a test of time and age. It reminds me of like all those times where something new came out and, and then, your parents would be like, that ain't new. They copied it off of such and such.
It ain't new.
So, when, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg and them came out, my mom was like, oh, that shit ain't new. They can copy it off of G-Funk.
Yeah.
Parliament.
Zapp and Roger, yeah.
And you were looking at them like, Ma, you just mad at Joe Button right now.
Yeah, and I guess I'm mad at Joe Button and these kids.
Yeah, because you like, this shit ain't new. This ain't refreshing.
Because the way folks was geeking it up on social media, they ain't ready. I'm like, oh. I said, what the fuck is this?
And you go look at it. You like, this ain't nothing but Living Color. With
no homage to the original ones.
Right.
Bye. And I argue never mind. So I'm getting Joe Buttonish. So y'all let me know. Y'all explain to me if I'm just being a Joe Button or if I just need to just be quiet and I'm just hating because I'm old and these kids was born in 92. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for all the people born in 92. Jesus.
God, that's what I said. I said 92. Jesus.
Oh my God. How old are they? 17? No. All right, Nero. Anything else about finesse?
Oh, no.
Another thing is I can't tell you no words. What's the word?
Something finesse.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I tried. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Okay, Nero. Anything else about finesse?
No, I thought it was a cool video. Like, it was okay. Like, it wasn't nothing spectacular to me. Like, it's Cardi B.
A Michael Jackson video.
And that's the thing. Like, it's Cardi B doing Cardi B things. Yeah. And it's Bruno Mars doing Bruno Mars things. Like, and you just smash them together.
And Jesus.
You got a Bruno Mars and Cardi B.
You got a Bombo Genesis of culture.
You got
a nor'easter.
You got a slight clone Bombo Genesis of culture. Stupid. Just mix it all up.
That's what it is. And maybe that's what I'm not ready for. I just want a rainstorm.
Right. You like, no, I want black people to celebrate black culture. I don't want none of these ambiguous motherfuckers to be celebrating nothing. No black stuff.
I didn't say that. No, because I consider them a part of the culture too. Yeah. That's what makes it complex. Mm-hmm. But just the way they gotta slide it in, like they know it and this is what they live and do. Well, wait a minute, bruh, sis, cause
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just jump into Afro-Caribbean culture and claim it like it's my own, knowing I'm darn well civil rights black, right?
Nor do you not.
I don't know about I don't know about the dirty rhyme, but I know about pop locking and dropping it. Mm-hmm. It's a difference, right? And it's a different respect you pay,
right?
But anyhow,
but I also gotta think, like, just thinking about where they grew up. So Cardi B grew up in the Bronx, according to Wikipedia. Bruno Mars was in Hawaii, and then he moved to, I want to say, to Brooklyn.
Has anyone explicitly asked him, is he black?
I don't know.
Am I the only one that's curious? Okay.
He's not black, according to Wikipedia.
Can we do, what's the David Chappelle? Would you switch races?
Yeah. You want the racial draft?
Yeah. We could put him. He might as well.
But I'm just saying, like, for example, like New York is just like a big Bombo Genesis of culture. So it's a lot of like cultural sharing, if you want to call it in New York. So can you fault them or her or, whoever that by being in New York and this being a, Bombo Genesis of culture that they picked up on the hip hop culture?
That's true.
Black culture or whatever.
Maybe I'm just selfish with culture because I'm so like, all we got is crafty crackers and we have to protect our culture because they try to rape and pillage it. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with being Joe Budden.
Okay.
You can be, what's the girl who don't say nothing?
I don't want to be Nadeska.
I'm fine with being Joe Budden. Y'all can share me. That's fine.
I don't want to be.
Because that's exactly what you just said.
What? No, but I'm just trying to bring the opposite side to the story.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And I would argue this. I know New York people give me. New York ain't that diverse. New York is very segregated to me. Mm-hmm. But okay, it's very clear. They just put all that. Never mind. Nope. Nope.
They just put all the poor people on one spot.
To give y'all the illusion of
diversity.
Next one. Okay. Love and Hip Hop. Go ahead, Neil.
So I watched Love and Hip Hop. Did you see it?
Of course. Actually, I wasn't going to see it, but you know who my mom told me? My mom kept saying Trick Daddy looked like Esther Rowe. She kept saying, what's wrong with him? I said, Ma, he's sick.
Yeah, because only he got like lupus or something?
He has an autoimmune disease. He need to be on green juice and wheatgrass, and this nigga is eating ham hocks and fried chop and conch fritters.
No, in the opening scene, this nigga got some ribs, flipping ribs and shit, and I'm over here looking like
nothing but green juice.
And I'm looking at them ribs like them ribs need to stay on there longer. Trick Daddy, them ribs a little white, man.
Because you probably gonna fry them. Because I follow him on Instagram. He like King Dingaling. And what he do, because a lot of folks, well, I've seen it. I ain't a fan of fried ribs, but you put them on the grill to get that smoke flavor. And you like par cook them, and then you slice them, dip them, bladder them, and fry them real quick.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't do that. I think that is a Miami thing. I don't like no fried ribs, honey.
No, I never even had a fried rib.
Yeah, I like mine smoked.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, Trick Daddy got a lot of things going on with him, and that lifestyle is catching up with that brand.
Yeah, he look a little rough.
Yeah.
But he bringing it on his damn stuff. Like, I ain't sugarcoating that. I'm saying that from the white and black people. Because Trick Daddy know he can't be eating that stuff. He know it.
I was even thinking about Wednesday I was on the Breakfast Club and how he was talking about how he was mixing up, coke and weed and smoking that shit.
Somebody needs an intervention with that man because he is slow killing himself softly.
He said that lupus medicine had him sick, so he just mixed up coke and weed together.
Yeah, because it's probably detoxing his system, honey. I knew something was wrong with Trick Daddy when he was talking about he needs liposuction. It's just his stomach. Shut up.
And I don't want to say, look at your face.
Look at your face. And I don't even mean ugly, y'all. Like, I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about like puffy and swollen.
Like swollen.
Right?
You can tell like something's wrong with this dude.
Like it's too much salt. Like the man I used to work with at Macy's. You got to cut back on your salt. Your water retention is too high. Okay, we in the real Joe Button. We're really in our Joe Button feelings today. The moon is in Cancer.
The moon is in Cancer.
And we're just letting it be free. But Trick Daddy is wrong. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why he's not loving himself.
Mm.
And because he was skinny when he first came out.
Yeah, he was.
And I don't know what happened. He got to slow down. And that autoimmune disease will slow you down and it will like swell you up. Like I know those are all symptoms of it, but I can't have no sympathy when he frying ribs.
Having conch fritters.
And then talking about he want to have liposuction. No, you don't get no sympathy from that.
Talking about he about to go to Dr. Miami.
You get no sympathy.
They can sit down somewhere. So moving on from Trick Daddy, let's move on to Trina.
First of all, I just want to be clear. Trina is not on here to put any of her business out here. So if anybody's waiting for that, you might as well go home. She's going to come here and deflect.
Trina is winning.
Trina is gorgeous.
She is winning. She's living her best life.
Why don't she help Trick Daddy? I'm sorry.
Well, it's interesting because like a lot of people like, because a lot of people like, y'all so close, like why y'all ain't smashed yet or things of that sort. But I didn't know.
Seen that booga wooga?
But I know. But also, Trick Daddy is married to Trina's cousin.
Oh yeah, and so that's not a line you're gonna cross.
That's not a line you're gonna cross.
Yeah,
you're gonna cross. So you got that. But also,
and what a blessing.
But also, what I want to talk about is, like Trina doing her thing and she doing whatever, and you got that cousin, that motherfucking cousin,
that need his ass. Go ahead, Niram. You about to call it?
That motherfucking cousin, this motherfucker flamboyant, and this nigga can't keep his hands off of no motherfucking body.
I like to say he knew gay.
This nigga.
He knew gay. He like a neophyte. He like the people who just cross fans. He just cross.
This nigga just
wear
crossed
all their colors. That's what he do.
This nigga just crossed and he ready to go to set and turn it out. But my thing is like, because the thing is like, it's just interesting to have that cousin dynamic where you can tell like, you my cousin, you family, you so be showing support and blah, blah, blah. And, I'm trying to do the same thing you doing and why you can't support it, and like this nigga just getting in fights with everybody.
He put and it's not fights, right? No. I can handle a verbal fight because words mean like, we can go back and forth. We can verbally fight all day. But when you start putting your hands on each other and you reach a certain age, that means a different level. Mm-hmm. And he put his hands on, I don't even know who it was, but it was too quick.
It was Trina's assistant.
And I would have went to jail.
And that they have been fighting. They have fought multiple times. So, and that's the thing. It's like, like, oh, we blood. Like you just mad that you ain't her cousin. And the assistant, like, you just not mad because, I'm closer to her than you are.
Yeah. And it's probably where the lie.
And that's why I say, pull out the GPS and tell me where the lie is at.
Yeah. Oh my God. Around the corner. Oh.
But I think, I think he's the one that's going to be the one that's going to keep up a lot of shit. And the reason why motherfuckers going to be coming to Love and Hip Hop is to see his ass on, because this nigga's gangster. It's
not me. First of all, he's not the reason why I'm going to watch it, but he got my blood. He got an erection, an arousal out of me because he jumped up and hit that person so quick that I jumped.
You was like, oh shit.
I ain't see it coming. So if I didn't see it coming, I know that person there ain't see it coming. Mm-hmm. And I hope this is a performance, but how did he just go this long without no felonies?
I don't know. And his whole thing is like, I'm openly gay, and
Who cares? This don't got nothing to do with gay or straight. Keep your hands to yourself. Treat it like a roller coaster. Keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times.
You done took the words out of my mouth. But, he's also talking about, I'm a gangster rapper, and now everybody be hating on me because I'm openly gay and I'm a gangster rapper. And it's like,
maybe he should reach out to, what's her name?
Who?
I'm feeling saucy with the Henny, huh?
Oh, yeah, M.A.?
Yeah, M.A. done lost a lot of weight, too.
Mm-hmm.
She a gangster rapper. She gay.
True. True. True.
What is he saying? It's harder for men to do it?
Yes. Because I feel like there's a disconnect. Because first of all, like if he was like, non-flamboyant and just like, I'll beat a nigga ass and like not on that flamboyant shit, like motherfuckers will have a little bit more respect for him. But since he on that flamboyant shit, motherfuckers ain't really respecting his ass. He's like, they're like gone with that flamboyant shit.
I mean, I just ain't respected because I ain't never heard him rap.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem taught me an 8 Mile.
What did he teach you?
Rap. Just rap then. If you just good of a rap.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, they can't deny it.
Right.
And if they do deny it, last time I checked, the LBGT community is a strong fan base.
Exactly.
And I think they buying records more than niggas is.
Exactly.
But that's just me. That's just I think logically. But yeah, I'm really not here for him. He do keep a lot of shit stirred. Mm-hmm. I think he reminds me of some of my cousins, but okay. And you got to disconnect that. Who I am for? Who was that Afro Latino black woman?
Oh, La Negra.
Is it La Nigga?
La Negra. I can't.
I
don't know
does
how
that
you
mean
say
the black woman?
I don't know what the hell it means. Let me see.
Nia, what does that mean? Look, I say like he.
Because her name is like Amari. I'm just butchering this.
Whoever she's here, I am here for that afro. I am here for that chocolatey skin. I'm here for that booty. I'm here for the tiny stomach. I'm here for the titties. I'm here for her mama who don't speak English. I'm here for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for the shaking. I have no idea what she's singing in her songs, but I'm here for her and this. It was brave of her to put that on Blunt Street. And who's that dumb motherfucker she was talking about, yeah, this is good, but your skin and your afro scare people. Nigga, what? Are you serious? You said that out loud. He didn't even say cut.
No.
Hold on. Or I ain't mean that. Like, what? I think this was good at highlighting how real colorism is. And I think sometimes we just talk about the African American community, but definitely in the Latino community, how huge it is. And right?
Exactly.
Even the conversation we was just having, is they black? Why is it so hard to like? And I think black is a cultural thing, right? Mm-hmm. So you could be black, like, and it's just so hard for us to kind of put our finger on it, to name it and claim it and be proud of it. And this woman obviously is very proud of her Latina heritage and is equally as proud as her Afro or African American, whatever, her African descent heritage too. And all they can see is her Afro descent heritage and not her Latina. And she rapping, right?
Yeah.
Both very equally.
Very.
Okay. She is a mixture of Pam Grier and Cecilia Cruz. Okay. Down the middle smashing. That is what she is. And she's doing it well. What are you doing here? Is Neil just put on a play? Am I boring?
No, it was an ad because I had something open on BET. You know how BET just opened back up.
Jesus.
BET just refresh and just play an ad and shit. Like, what the hell?
BET got to do that with their websites too. So I just thought it was real, and I'm glad she highlighted it. And it is a problem. It's a problem in all communities of color. And it was just good to highlight. And I'm very interested in seeing that storyline flesh out more. And shout out to her. She just signed a multi-million-dollar deal on a major record label too.
Okay.
Again, I don't know none of her songs. I don't know what they are, but I want to, and they come around, I'm going to download it. It's going to be on the download.
I'll stream
just to support her. Because I consider her a part of the crew too, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? Is that big for men too? Or is this just a woman thing?
What you mean?
So if an Afro-Latino guy, would he have the same critiques as a woman?
Yeah, his name is Bruno Mars.
Oh! Shut up. No, it's not. Bruno Mars still too light. You Say his name is Bruno.
His name is Bruno Mars. No, but I think, you know.
Oh, no, we ruled Jason Derulo as civil rights black. He just confused us.
Right. Pitbull. I don't know. Nori?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, no. Oh, my God. We'll do more research on it.
Because I think Nori is, you know.
What do you think, Neil? It's the New York people again.
He New Yorican.
We need to have an episode and bring some of our Afro-Latino folks around the table to help us flesh this out a little more.
Because I think it's really interesting that, because I think for certain people, like they just pick a side. Like, I'm black.
That's it.
And I'm, you know, that's it. Like, I even think about Cardi B.
Yeah.
Like, you know, most people just think like she black. And then the next thing you know, she got her abuela and she starts speaking Spanish. She be like, hold up. Like, I thought she was just a nigga.
Hold on. First of all, it's not just a nigga. But I thought she was a nigga. Thank you.
Okay. I thought she was a nigga.
Yeah.
Correction. It's
Yes.
being corrected. So I think, you know, from the first episode, I think that's where that dude was trying to come at her with, like, you need to pick a side. But I don't think you don't necessarily, yeah, but he didn't really articulate that shit. Like that Afro, yeah, man, you got to cut it. Like, you know, you need to be able to move and, you know, be like Sarsha Fierce one day. And like, you know, beautiful long hair Beyonce another day. And it's like, she like, no ho. So I think.
No bueno.
No bueno. No bueno. But I really think like, there are some people that have like these issues. Like even hell, we just had a whole conversation trying to figure out who's black and who not. And you know, why they taking the culture.
It.
Yeah.
Culturally.
Yeah.
Who rep it explicitly. My thing is, I know you have all these assets are a part of you, but why I got to look so hard to see if you identify black?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff is available to say this, I identify this, and that. But whenever we bring up black, you got to dig down. You got to be in the back room in the tunnel, go around the corner, then you whisper, "I black." Like what? Why is it hidden, right? Mm-hmm. But you want the benefits of it, but you're not repping it.
Well, we had people that repped it, aka Rachel Dolezal. Her ass was, she was a president of the blackest.
I forgave her.
Of the blackest.
You hear me?
She said she identifies black. She rep black. She was so black that she went to go be a president of NAACP.
The other community might not have forgiven her, but I've forgiven her.
You forgave her.
Yeah.
So, you know,
come on.
No, but you know, just to wrap it up, I really just think it's interesting is that, you know, once you get into like this Afro Latina, you know, Afro whatever,
Afro Caribbean. I don't even know if I'm saying the words correctly.
Like when it comes to all that stuff.
Yeah. Even
though they do have like the African heritage and things of that sort, some people don't see them, you know, they want to have a box on them and choose either or. So, you know, if you fair skin, like, oh, you Latina. But your ass can be, you know, you can still be Dominicano versus being a dark skinned Dominicano. It's like, oh, you black because you dark skinned. But they can come from the same parent and one just be light skinned, one just be dark skinned, and the community be like, well, she Latino and you black. So I think that just speaks to like the issue at a larger hand. Like I really don't know how else to explain it, but I think that's really the issue at the larger hand is that. In this society, they want you to be either or. They want to put you in one box, and they don't want you to be both. And she's like, I'm both. I'm Afro Latina.
I told you she's Cecilia Cruz and whatchamacallit, Pam Grier.
And then, you know, I got me thinking, I was like, do she got blue eyes or those contacts?
I think those are contacts. We're not going to talk about it because you know how I feel about any person of color with contacts, but yep. Well, let's just skate on by that.
Okay. What else you want to talk about?
That gunplay, does he still look like my mom had me rolling? Because he was talking about he out of jail. He happened to be out of jail. My mom like, I thought he still was in jail. My mom said he still look like he in jail for what he wearing in his hair. My mom said, I thought she was visiting him.
Oh my God.
But he do like he done had a rough ass life.
Hell yeah.
What's going on there?
Hell, his wife or his woman had a rough ass life. Her ass was shot 3 times in the drive-by.
Yeah, she pulled up that booty talking about, she been shot 3 times. I said, damn. Then he had the nerve to mess around on her. He need to be scared of her.
Right.
That's what he did. Did you say right?
Right.
That's what he need to be scared of.
Because her ass been shot up like Tupac, and her ass still alive. Shit.
Yep. That's all I got to say. But I'm interested in Love and Hip Hop Miami. I will be tuning in. It was very interesting.
I think it might even be better than this
it's better
current
than any
season
season
of New York.
I can't even get through the New York. I can't even tell you what the storyline is.
No.
All I keep, every time I turn on the TV, what's that boy from Jamaica?
A Safari.
It's always on there with no shirt on and coconut oil. Every time I turn on television.
He living his best coconut oil life.
Living and talking some shit. Talking slick and quick. And I can't do it. You know, we talk about this white Nigerian prince.
Oh my God. So somebody, shout out to, let me figure out who was the person that sent this to me.
All right. So why Nero get it? I mean, you just can't pause, Nero. They can't see us.
Oh.
So following an 18-month investigation, a man said to have served the go-between for an international team of scammers running an elaborate air quotes Nigerian prince email scheme was arrested. His name was Michael New, and he was old as hell, 67. First of all, he's neither Nigerian nor a prince. He an old white man. He was charged with 269 counts of wire fraud and money laundering.
Damn.
According to the police department, some of Michael's co-conspirators actually do live in Nigeria. Of course, it's some Nigerians. Duh. Mike, the guy who did it, was the middleman who sent the money to the real brains behind the operation. Apparently, even though it's 2018 now, the Nigerian prince emails, that's what I said, that still work. And people are still falling for it. So what they do, they'll send emails that say, you know, you got some unclaimed money, somebody died, send us your personal information, we'll do it, and they'll end up getting their stuff from their personal information. What in the
Red Baron 390.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, bro, for sharing this story.
Because I seen that and I was like, what is this? It's foolishness, right?
It's cultural appropriation at its best.
It's cultural appropriation.
It's cultural appropriation at its best. He done stole the culture.
Yeah.
To act like a prince so you can steal this motherfucking money from people.
Yeah.
The fuck? See, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga.
Nigga done stole this money. I'm with the reporter of this story. Who the hell is sending their personal information?
My question is, that shit just don't hit the spam box automatically?
Maybe he got some, maybe he doing it, what's it called? When you send mail marketing? Mm-hmm. Constant contact?
Constant contact.
Maybe it's all formatted nice. It look good. Maybe that's what's going on. Because other than that, I don't know why they would ever do this. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
I don't even know what to say, but it's foolishness. And y'all get it's the older people that's falling for it. Y'all got to check y'all older folks' families and stuff, their emails and stuff. You got to tell them to check with you, or you need to get their login information.
Yes.
Let them know there's another scam going on with the IRS. Tell them don't send no money over the phone or online.
Or don't get
information.
The IRS is not going to ask you for gift cards and money.
Because y'all see what happened at the Bit store. Somebody paid almost $2,000 in cards. And it's crazy.
No. So y'all need to watch y'all old folks, because this shit is crazy. This shit is rampant in the world. But I just think this is just cultural appropriation at its best. Like, this is just, I hope his ass get put in jail with the blackest of the black motherfuckers.
You know what? I'm even surprised he got this 267 counts. But Red Baron, I got lots to say. I can't even flesh this out. This some bullshit.
Jesus.
This some bull. And do you see his picture? He's looking like he's somebody's sad grandpa. Trying to make me feel sorry for him.
Looking like the Keebler elf.
Look at
old Keebler elf looking ass nigga.
Money. He done stole the money. He stole these folk money. Like he ain't know what was going on.
Ice from Nigeria.
Yeah, so y'all be careful out there. Like I said, check on the older folks, but also personally, make sure y'all changing our email addresses too, and your email passwords and all that stuff. It's about that time.
Yes.
Anything else about that, Nero?
No.
Not at all.
He got what he
Be
deserved.
careful on these streets. Next, Essence is black again. So Essence Communication, the 47-year-old multi-platform brand that owns Essence Magazine and the annual Essence Festival, has gone back to black ownership. It's been acquired by Essence Ventures LLC, an independent African-American owned company. The brand was not part of the historically $3 billion sale of Time Inc. in the Meredith Court in November 2007. The brand was looking for another buyer and apparently found one, and they found it with Richelieu Dennis, and he's also the founder of Shea Moisture. And what Richelieu said is, we're excited to be able to return this culturally relevant and historically significant platform to ownership by the people and the consumers who serve it. And we offer new opportunities for the women leading the business to also be partners in the business, says Dennis. Essence President Michelle Ebanks will continue to be the helm of the company and will join its board of directors. She will also have equity stake in the business. Yes. It says the acquisition of Essence represents the beginning of an exciting transformation of our iconic brand as it evolves to serve the needs and the interests of a multi-generational Black woman around the world in even more elevated and comprehensive ways to cross-print, digital and e-commerce and experiential platforms, Ebanks says. In addition, it represents a critical recognition, centering, and elevation of the Black woman running the business from solely a leadership position to a co-ownership position.
Yes, hand claps for them. So this is like that Jay-Z video on all the women presidents.
Come on,
because this whole e-board is nothing but women, Black women at that.
Where do I begin with this? So the shade begins where whoever the company, Time Inc., sold all these magazines on Essence. We didn't catch the tea. They ain't say we ain't selling Essence. That motherfucker ain't sell. Mm-hmm. So they was gonna let that one drop.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then here come the Black man. He said, oh, well, we gonna pull it. We gonna do it. He not only takes over, buys it, he lets the leadership remain in power, but gives them the opportunity to buy stock into it. So they have equity and stock into it. Mm-hmm. That's huge. White boys ain't letting people do that.
No.
That's why I said this Richelieu, I pray I saying this brother name right. I went on YouTube and everything. Richelieu, Dennis is winning. Are you looking for someone? Can I be on your team? Because between Shane Moisture, his deal with Unilever, I think it is, he is winning and he is not playing. Where he get them coins? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't want the whites digging into it.
Naomi, why don't you go ahead and send your resume to him?
I tried to find him on LinkedIn.
You couldn't find him?
I did, but it was like, do you want to send an email? I was like, what I'm going to say? I just want to connect.
Hey, Richelieu.
Hey, brother, do your thing, brother. That's what I want to say.
Right. That should be your the subject for the LinkedIn mail. Brother, do your thing. Hello, Richelieu. This is Nyambi, one half of Black Love Matters.
Black Love Matters?
And I appreciate everything that you are doing.
Do your motherfucking thing.
I appreciate everything that you're doing for the culture. I just want to send you my resume since you're hiring all women staff.
Just anything. I'll take anything from educational learning, talent acquisition to do you need a secretary? Do you need somebody to take? What do you need? I just want to be in the building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just if I could just get in the building, I could start at the mailroom. I'm humble.
Right.
I'll work my way up, honey. Just get me some seniority in the building.
Mm-hmm. Well,
great.
That is a big money move, and what you was talking about, how like Time was selling to Meredith, which is also a huge ass corporation, and Meredith was buying up a lot of different magazines. And they are consolidating in them and things of that sort. Because a couple of my favorite magazines, Meredith has also bought. So they're not just buying magazines from like Time and things like that. So they're going over and buying like from everybody to try to make this like whole magazine empire. But it was shade that,
they didn't get that one.
In the sale, Essence didn't go with them. They was like, oh no, you can keep the niggas.
No, thank you. Everybody want to what? Till it's time to what?
No, more specifically, they was like, y'all can keep the Black women.
Oh, come on now. Put the blade and twist it.
I'm just saying. That's what they're saying. Because Essence is a women focus.
I'm sure the Black men magazines, what was it called? King got bought.
Right. Because, Essence is, women focused. So they was like, you can have the Black women. We straight.
We don't want them. Oh, you don't have no money to keep them afloat?
Well.
Guess you got one more year. Guess you go up on your subscription? I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
So I just thought this was definitely a win. And I actually might have to resubscribe to Essence. Because I stopped. Here I go again. Y'all know I got to be transparent. Sometimes it was like a moment there. Essence, maybe about 2-3 years ago, them Essence magazines was very thin.
Yeah.
Like it was like a comic book. It was like 10 pages. And half of it was ads. For Queen Latifah makeup. This. Then they wouldn't get that down. They turned it around a little bit, but it was a moment. Even the Essence Festival was a moment where it was like, who gonna be there?
Right.
No, thank you. So, but again, I think they had to switch over in leadership and change, and and it's better. So even if it's trash, it don't matter. I think I'm gonna have to pay my $10, $12 and go ahead and subscribe to Essence for a year.
Yeah.
Just in support of this and moving forward. Because we don't got no other black magazines because Jet's gone.
Yeah.
Is Ebony still gone? Is Ebony gone too?
I know they're online, but I don't know if they do a magazine, like a subscription based magazine anymore.
Got you. But I was just really excited about that, and I think it should be good. Essence, what's it called? Richelieu. One thing I would ask you to do, just like BET, can you help Essence with their website?
Yes, please.
Because all those pop-ups, it's a lot of things going on. Them ads, like it's kind of trash. Richelieu, first thing you need to do is a complete overhaul of that website. Their whole marketing, like their whole digital presence need a facelift. Niram's looking for work.
Yeah. Hey, I'm always looking for a job. I apply 4 jobs a week. Even when I got 2 jobs.
That's what you have to continuously do. So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
But I think it's definitely a big move for the culture. Salute to him. And I look forward to seeing, how Essence turns it around.
Yeah. And for on this momentum, right?
Yeah. Because everybody rooting for him now.
So I don't want no comic book essences. No,
but I also don't want it like Vanity Fair or Vogue. That bitch be like a Bible and ain't nothing but ads in there.
No, I really just want a mixture of like maybe old school Essence and Jet, so a little black culture. I want a little bit of OWN. So I want some self-help. I want all that. I want it to be a lifestyle book.
Right.
And I really want to see them tagging into like influencers and really incorporating that into it. Like that's what I really want to see.
Yeah.
To feel that connection to it.
Absolutely.
All righty. Anything else, Nirams?
No, that's good for the culture.
Yeah. Lastly, you want to just talk a little bit about goals?
Yeah. So I know last episode we initially talked about how we went through this intensive goal setting with Nia for Kwanzaa in the new year. And, for this episode, we're not going to go through like all 7 of the domains that we had to go through. So that was like financial, spiritual, sexual or intimacy, professional, cultural, physical, and social. And like breaking down like, what do you feel like you did well this year? What do you need improvement on? What are you tired of people asking you about? Whatever, things like that. So we're not going to do all that, but we're just going to do it for like Black Love Matters.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that'd be a good one. I mean, overall, do you want to talk about some of your thoughts when you're just doing your personal goal setting?
Yeah.
When Black Love Matters?
You go first.
So overall, I think this was just a good one because it just made me really, the way that we broke out the questions just made me reflect, right? Mm. So it made me really reflect on this year, on where I was productive and when I was not productive. And whenever we do goal setting, I think especially as couples, it's important to take your own goals and then listen to your partner's goals and then try to somehow combine them, right, to make couples goals. And I think this year, as we're goals, and this is one of the first years that everything necessarily wasn't in line for us, right? Mm-hmm. So some of the stuff we were talking about, like I'll have my goals and Niram have his, and I'm like, well, dang, that's not overlapping. And we have to have a conversation on why that's not overlapping, and if it's okay not to overlap, or if there's space to do it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And coming to a conversation or a talking point to say, that's okay if there's not overlapping on this piece, but we have to have communication about it, because what's not going to work is I'm working towards one goal, you're working towards another goal, and halfway in the year we look at each other to be like, well, you're not supporting me, or you're not supporting this relationship, and you're not moving forward. So I thought that was just something interesting to spark and just spark and have a conversation about to see what it looks like. So if we're talking about, financial goals, for example, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, like one of my big financial goals was really to get my mind wrapped around retirement, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't believe Social Security ain't going to be here when I get older. That ain't going to be here. And this idea of, 401ks or, where am I really investing my money to start? Because I ain't trying to work forever. And how I'm going to live. And so that's a huge goal for me this year. And Niram, that necessarily wasn't one of his big goals.
No.
And I'm like, how are you not thinking about retirement? How are you not doing blah, 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 blah? But again, we just had to have a conversation to say, he is thinking about retirement, but it's just in a different lens, right? Mm-hmm. So you're thinking about more of your business growth and what that means. And so you're more willing to take risk right now. So your businesses can grow instead of me, where I'm wanting to be a little bit more conservative. And that can speak to the zone I'm in, right? So I'm between jobs, how I'm going to make this work, how I'm going to make my money work for me, and just being transparent about those things. What you think, Nirams?
Yes, I think that's a great example about, how you was talking about 401k and retirement. And I'm thinking about, growth for the businesses and the podcast and the blogs that I got and things of that sort, and like how I can move those forward to build some sorts of mini empires and things of that sort. Or even though I was talking about like this year I think I want to start or get more information on like a drop shipping company and like just seeing like what that looks like. In order to, see if that's going to bring in, more financial thing. And I think, when it comes to different philosophies, on some things that me and Naomi are like dead on. And I think just to go back to that, it really shows like how we are like a yin and yang when it comes to it. Like, we are like mirrored or opposite of each other, but when we put us both together, we fit perfectly. And I think, right now or just period, like, our philosophies on like work, jobs and finances, it's just totally different. Like Nyambi is really more of like the framework of like, working the job, getting 401k and then, after retiring, living life. And I'm more of a, no, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to live life now. I want to, I don't want to work a job just to be working it. Like everything I do has attention for me to have my own entrepreneurial endeavors because if you know anything about me, I'm a gamma man. We had this conversation about alpha, betas, and gammas. And when it comes to that, like I'm very like non-traditionalist. Like I don't want to be at a 9 to 5. Like I hate structure. I hate going to one place over and over again and things of that sort. And like I like to work when creativity moves me. So, when we were talking about these things, it really showed that, we have different philosophies, but, when it's all said and done, like the goal, it's more or less the same. Like, the goal is to be secure, when in our older age. But, the philosophy and how we get there and what it looks like is different.
And if you don't have those conversations early, you can be really pissed because it's like, dang, I'm trying to hustle up, save, put a little corn away, but he put more into this. And you'd be like, he put more into X, Y, and Z, and he's not doing this. And it seems like that's not a priority to him. And that's not true. It's just you have to have that conversation about it and what it means. And I know we also talked about like culturally. And so, again, and I'm trying to show like the yin and yangs and other stuff we're kind of really in tune about. So I really love traditions and things of that nature. But now I'm like, I don't need a tradition. He said, if I do it differently every year, it doesn't matter. Like that is the tradition to do it differently. So even when we had to have compromises about, well, what does it look like? Like what traditions do we want to build in our family? What does that look like? What are we willing to do and what are you not willing to do? And I know we also talked about like physical goals and which was more actually probably the interesting one, the juicy one y'all want to know was this idea we had about sexuality and intimacy, right? So first I had to get with Nia and be like, do you mean intimacy? Or we just talking about like how many times you have sex a week? Like what? I'm down for both because I think it's a conversation you need to have. But truly, what do we mean of this, sexuality and intimacy and romantic relationships and what do you want to do and just really having those conversations. What was your goals for sexuality and intimacy, Nero?
I don't know if I want to say it online.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to say it.
Showing the difference. He had one. And so I'm like, it's this idea of Nero keep putting off this idea of talking of kids. So we have to sit down by the first quarter and say, we can't keep playing this tip-tack and toe, right? We can't keep going back and forth. We have to sit down as a couple and have a real talk conversation and say, is kids in our future, yes or no? And based off that, where is our relationship going? Correct?
Yeah.
And if we're going to do it, when are we going to do it? And going to the so those are part of my like goals and moving forward. I don't know if Durham had that a part of his goals, but those are the type of things where it would be different. But again, long term is to have a family and all that stuff ties into it.
Yeah, mine's was like,
Never mind.
Okay.
So just to give y'all overall view, that's how we process it, and that's how we have these honest conversations. And it takes all day because you hit nerves, then you have to take a step back and you have to take a step forward. Like it's a continuous process, right?
Draining.
It can be draining, but it's fulfilling at the end. Like to the point where we do it on the first, I peeked at it again, but I probably really won't peek at those goals again to Friday. To say, all right, how am I executing this? What does this feel? How do I process it? How do I move forward?
Yeah.
All right, Niram, you want to go through a little of the goal setting or have a conversation about what we're doing for Black Love Matters quickly?
Yeah, so we both sat down and it's like, well, do you want to do it together? And I said, well, you set up some goals, or you do yours and I do mine, and then we can come in the middle and see, if there was anything that aligned and things of that sort. So for Black Love Matters, we talked about like what we did well, what needs
First one, you want to do that one?
improvement. And, I'm just going down on like, so we talked about what we did well, what needs improvement, we're tired of people talking about what you want people to ask you for, and like quarterly goals. So for me, when it came to Black Love Matters, and what I put down for what we did well is like growth, like just starting. I feel like, we did well of, when we came together and I was like, babe, I think we need to do this podcast. We set a date.
And we just did it.
We did it.
Nyambi was scared, y'all.
And Naomi was scared, and she was pussyfooting and everything else, to the point where I came up with the outline and all this other
I
stuff.
did nothing.
And Naomi said, oh, this is really going to happen. And I was like, yes.
So, I thought I had another year.
So it's starting, B, the amount of growth that we had within this short period of time. So, we started first week in July. I can't remember the exact date. But sometime in July, and I feel like the growth that we had from when we starting, to now has been greater than what you see for like the average podcast when they first start out.
Yeah, so, and I don't know no difference.
Yeah, so just to put things in perspective, like I was just looking at the numbers, and we already at like 70,000 total downloads since we started.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, it just says that, and most podcasts don't get that in their first 6 or 7 months. So, that balances somewhere around like, 10 to 11,000 downloads a month. But, even thinking about like my health and fitness podcast, I didn't even get to 10,000 downloads a month until like month 4 or month 5. So, I was just even putting that to perspective, though, that we do record more on Black Love Matters, but still looking at it per episode, downloads per episode.
But our listeners shady. If it's trash, they'll stop.
Exactly.
We can put it out every day. They were like, no thank you. Delete.
So I think like the impact and the growth that we had, and monthly listeners, and the way that it just grew, like from month 1, like looking at month 1 to month 2 to month 6 or 7, like you can tell, like you can see that we're going east and we're going upward. Yeah,
I agree. So my good is actually our consistency. So we have 90 episodes. We did 90 episodes where during the time when we both worked, some of us had multiple jobs, some of us had no jobs, and just through the ups and downs, no matter what life had, like this was kind of our baby that we were like, oh well, we can't neglect the baby. We going through this, but we got to do this, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that consistency and persistence was huge. And also I want to say we had fun.
Yeah.
As I said, this was fun, y'all. Like, if any moment Nyambi not having fun, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to find me a replacement.
I can't replace you.
You be like, this is Nicole. You're like, where Nyambi go? Nyambi not having fun. So I just like, this has literally been my therapy session. Like, listening back to some of the stuff I say, interacting kind of with y'all and y'all feedback like this, it has been fun. This has been therapeutic. I feel like I've in a space where I really can be vulnerable and just be me. And I'm just so grateful for it. Right. And I think that's really what we did, and being transparent. Like, y'all don't understand. We be raw on here. Right. Some of the topics I bring up, Niram don't be knowing. I don't be knowing what he bringing up. Our responses is just how we feeling from our heart, right? None of this is edited. It's not typed out. This is literally how we feel. So I think we did an amazing job at that.
Yeah.
I'm an educator. So what are our areas of improvement? Areas for growth.
So things that I put down for like areas of growth, I put down social media.
Yeah. And that was my biggest one, social media.
And the thing is, like, I think that, initially when we first started out, like I was killing it with the audiograms and, having like the clips and things of that sort when we first started out. But as the year progressed on and, getting multiple jobs and,
we know you got 2 jobs.
I'm just saying, having multiple jobs and, life things just filled up that space, and it started to be less of a priority. So I think that, getting back into that skill, because it's a skill that most people don't have, like creating those things. Because like every time I create them, I always get like a message like, "Hey, how you create that?"
Yeah, because I see people doing them now. I didn't see them before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. So my biggest thing was just connecting socially on social media and staying consistent on that. And not even for just the podcast as a whole, but just even me, right? I have plenty of stuff to say, but really, putting myself, again, another level of vulnerability, right? So really putting myself out there to connect and have a voice and, because I like everyone I connect with, right? So our listeners are a bomb. The folks who send stuff in are super talented. They got good conversation. They got good clap back. Like, I want to invite them all over for a game night and be like, we need to cut a rug. Like, y'all are some fools.
Right.
Like, into the bunch. So I always say on all of them, like, y'all need a podcast or you need to do this. Like, because I want to listen to you because you hilarious. So I really want to just try to deepen those relationships because y'all know I'm old school. I believe in meeting people face to face, but we're in the age of social media, right? So I need to learn and be comfortable with cultivating relationships via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and know that's okay, right? So that's Nyambi who need to come out her own shield to say it's okay to make friends on the internet. I feel like I've been my mom. Them not your friends. Them imaginary, but they not imaginary, right? They're real people. We really can connect. So I think 2018, I'm really gonna try to embrace that. And then as far as questions, I'm sick of folks asking nothing yet. No. Y'all can ask anything. Y'all haven't asked anything crazy of us. Like I said, we just got a good group of people. We got folks with sense. We got people who got to pay their rent and mortgages, honey. They got children. They got to take care of their parents. They got to cook dinner. We don't really have a lot of room for foolishness,
right?
In our listeners, right? Because I don't say it is some folks out there in the internets with an S that are not rap type, and we've just been blessed and highly flavored to not have them come near us.
And if they did, I'll block them.
Yeah, maybe you've been blocking them, and I'm just denial. But all questions y'all send are reasonable. Like nothing, we haven't got nothing crazy. So if anything, and then I would flip it to say, we want y'all to ask anything. Tell us, y'all tell us what y'all want. If it's certain segments y'all want, like who's a Red Baron sent us story. If it's something y'all see, like I want to hear what Nirma Nyambi crazy ass got to say. Send that shit.
Right.
Anything for those two Nirms, or did I hit it for you?
I think that's good. I think the only other thing I would just add that is like, people sending requests for things that don't even pertain to the podcast. Like, hey,
I don't get that.
Because I manage like mostly everything. So, hey, I got this book out and, I got a chapter on love, but it ain't black love. Can y'all talk about it?
I would say, well, let's talk on love. That do apply.
Or it's like, stuff like that. And I think it's hard because, a lot of people are also trying to get on, but just trying to figure out that happy medium of, shouting people out and things of that sort. But, just knowing that, what we do is what we do. Or like the thing is like, hey, man, can I come on a podcast and talk about my book? That has nothing to do with black love or, things of that sort. And it's like, that's really not our platform.
Yeah.
We rarely have guests on, and the guests we do have on is either our friends or, like be straight up, like either our friends or like a black love story. So like, we actually have people that's talking about their love story and things of that sort, but we don't have people that really come on and like talk about other shit. So, and I know, as we get bigger, things may change, but like right now we're just trying to, and I guess this is where like the Joe Button come in at like, our platform or what we do is not really focused to, bring other people on and have a conversation. It's more of, us having a conversation. If we want to have a conversation with you, we'll reach out or whatever. But most of the time, if we bring in guests on, it's either like I said, our friends or, people talk or a couple to talk about their black love.
It's very intentional.
Yeah.
And it might grow to something else. It might change, but we'll see.
Exactly.
Perfect. And then some of the goals I had next year was just to connect socially and our social presence. And you can jump into kind of by that first quarter. So in the first 3 months, really, really engage on the social presence. After that, around the 6-month mark, really focus on merchandise and getting that up. And what does that say, right? And then by the end of like the quarter, so by next January, really have our book complete or a date to come out for the book and maybe have a live show booked. So I think those would be good goals for this year.
Yeah. I had pretty much the same thing. The other thing that I had is like, a lot of people have reached out and it's like, so what's, y'all wish list, or y'all got a wish list, or y'all got a link to like download, a link to like donate. So providing those people with those things, If they want to, they can. One of the things I've been even thinking about is like, how do you monetize this or just bring in something? Because like I said, running a podcast ain't free. Like, there's, web hosting, you got to pay servers and things of that sort. However, we getting to the point where we got close to 100 episodes. And like, do you put all those episodes out, or do we put some of those behind a paywall?
Yeah.
So
and I think, and I know that's Niram always hustling, trying to that way. I'm even just thinking about how can we do more for y'all, right? So how can we up our game? Like, how can we like have it where you see us? Like, I'm thinking like, how can we enhance the experience? That's what I'm always thinking of too.
But also thinking about like one of the things that's been going through is like a membership program where you get access to all the podcast episodes, and maybe we do like an extra show a week or something like that. Or something like that,
See, if we did something like this, we're getting off task, but I think I think it's important to have more of a connection to the folks who's doing it live, right? So if we're doing it live, I want to be engaged with people,
right?
So like I just don't want to be talking about. If you want to do this live, well, what we talking about? What you do today?
Right.
What you cooking? What the children doing? Like, what's your question? Like, that's how I want to engage and be able to do that, and that takes time and space and all that stuff.
Right.
But it's your favorite day, Nigerian.
It is Shout Out Friday.
Shout Out Friday.
So as always, you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or on Stitcher. You leave us a 5-star review, we'll shout you out and read it on air. So we had 2. We had 1. The first one's from To Work to Tame.
Yes.
I just want to say shout out to you, girl, because she been trying to get her review posted on Apple Podcasts for the longest, but it wouldn't post. And the title was A Couple of Black Enthusiasts and All Things Relevant to the Culture.
Yeah, I like all things black.
And it says, this is your girl Candace attempting to leave a review for the 4th time. Candace, you are a real OG. She didn't try 4 times.
I did it. I've tried it twice.
I've been listening since late summer, and I love everything about this. I love everything this podcast has to offer. You two keep my souls grounded and my faith on perseverance. Black love. Thank you.
Every time, Nero.
I got that speech impediment, and sometimes words just come to my head. And my faith on the preservation of Black love. Keep the laughs, tears, and spiritual revelations coming. Peace, love, and Black love, and pro-Black everything. I didn't fuck that all up.
Yeah, so peace, love, and pro-Black everything. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Amazing.
You want to read the next one?
Sure. The other one is from Sin KMD. The title is Poignant and Hilarious. And it says, I only recently discovered Black Love Matters podcast, but quickly it becomes one of my favorites. Nyambi and Niram have great chemistry and crack me the fuck up. Love to hear their love and support for each other, Black excellence and Black love. Thought-provoking discussions and analysis of current political and cultural topics. Repping the culture so well. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Yay. Want me to do the next one?
Yeah, we got a couple emails. Yeah.
So this one is from Tierra, and the subject is love, 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 love. The message reads, I absolutely love y'all podcast. I look forward to hearing you all every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm literally cracking up while at work. I almost slipped up and called my coworker a crafty cracker. It would do that. Because it happens. Because the thing is, a lot of people are like, Nyambi, you be harsh. Like white, and I agree, not all white people are crafty crackers. But when you in a crafty cracker moment, you will stop you in your foot tracks to be like, this is so crafty. Is anyone seeing this? Like, is anyone seeing this? So I'm right with you, sis. She said, but side part, I didn't know y'all asses changed y'all name for Kwanzaa. I used to sit down and think, wow, all their friends' names have N names and the shit is meant to be LOL. But all in seriousness, you two do a great job, and I wish you nothing but the best in 2018. If y'all have an extra pie, feel free to send it my way. LOL. Take care. Another Midwesterner from Ohio, Tierra. Yeah, that's our. You say all their names begin with N's? No. That's how you can tell those are close friends. So all of us who participate in Kwanzaa, we do have N names.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. That would be a coincidental, right?
Right.
If that happened, we just had to buy a compound and all live on the compound.
Like everybody who changed their last name to Africa and Philly.
Yeah. You silly. Leave Philly folks alone.
We got another email from Chantal, and subject is I hope your holidays are well spent. I know the new year is coming. I'm working on a new book about self-love. Being that the new year is upon us, can we have a discussion about that self-love for everyone and how important it is to practice it? First, being honest with the pros and cons of your
self.
I lost my spot. of
Pros and cons
yourself.
of yourself.
Yeah, pros and cons of yourself. Second, actual steps to lay the truth on the table to improve it. Third, being open to try new things, new thoughts, and new people in your life to uplift your learning. I know y'all already good for making us aware of improving. I'm pushing myself to improve for 2018. I want everyone to invest in themselves so we can all be better. Love y'all. Peace.
Yes, I love this. See, now this makes sense, right? So this conversation about self-love, and if Sis Chantal was going to talk about Black, I think that all ties into it. And what I've really been on, Chantal, and I don't know if this is going to be next week, but we will have a conversation. So start this email, so I can reach back out. Is for us this idea of celebrating ourselves, right? So we do this love. Like, when do you truly? What does celebration of yourself look like? And what does celebration of your love looks like, and celebration of Black love? Like, when do we have moments to truly do that, right? Maybe that's something we'll do for Black Love Day.
Okay.
But you hitting it on the head, Chantal. So yes, you'll be hearing from us. I'm very excited about that.
Go ahead and read.
You want to close us out? Yeah. Or you want me to read the last? Oh, this is my girl. This is my daughter. This is from Brianna, and the subject says, "Huggers United," and the message says, "Hey, Mom and Dad." It says, "Just a thought I'd like to share. Mom and I am too a hugger. See, that's because this is my child." That is hilarious. I don't know many people who are. I do have to do an introduction as well, because I'm going to hug your ass regardless. LOL. Okay, maybe not, but I like to hug, especially because I'm both introverted and extroverted. I can be at work feeling low and need a recharge, and as a fellow says, "Can I have a hug?" LOL. People in my world are receptive, but if it is indeed foreign to them. It is true. Hugging does recharge. Yeah, when you see him, he'll give you a hug. All you gotta do is say it, and then he'll be like, okay. Then he'll get stiff, but he love a hug. Next, it says man beef. I always find it interesting the way men and women deal with friendship, the way they deal with friendships differently. The men I know and friends I have had literally fought and then help one another off the ground and just be best friends. Couldn't be me. I've always seemed to have to let folks go because I'm not for the abuse and shit either. Also, don't play with me. I'm grown. Barely, she said. But I'm grown. I'm on my grown shit. Moving on, in conclusion, that was a great topic. Definitely would like to hear another episode, possibly go live with Papa near reconciliation.
Not gonna happen.
Y'all gonna come? Yes, it is.
It ain't gonna
Great
be live.
episode. Loved it. Talk to y'all soon. Peace and love. It's
gonna be a fight, and these niggas fuck up my computer. It's definitely gonna be a real fight. So no.
Then they gonna be like, all right, I'm sorry.
And ain't nobody gonna and my computer still be fucked up.
Yeah, they gonna say sorry. They ain't gonna buy a new computer.
Right. We got a voicemail too. We got two of them.
Play the voicemail.
Good morning, Niram and Nyambi. This is Chris from Columbus again. I got cut short last time, and yeah, I'm calling back like a week later. But I was listening to the show today. Shout out Friday. Hey. So yeah, until Niram did the rundown on like how to leave a review, I had no idea. There's so many Black podcasts that I listen to, including Beautiful People, that I really needed to know, because it's important for us to have representation in all spaces, and I appreciate that. But you guys specifically, as a single mom, 2 kids, y'all give me hope that, that somebody is going to come around and be amazing. Use my GPS. Is going to come around and be amazing and be what I need and deserve. So thank y'all for that. And also, y'all keep me together, with using Black businesses, and just, y'all give me a boost, and I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and of course I'm always going to support y'all. But Nyambi with this Joe Budden, honey, oh my gosh, he is trash.
I love Joe Budden.
My whole issue with him is he's so negative. Like, I feel like he goes out of his way to attack somebody, because he's like mad that his career didn't go where it was supposed to. But you can't hate on somebody else for that. And then like with the Migos and everything, number one, I got my ratchet and my righteous, and I love me some Migos. So it kind of pissed me off, because he knows that them boys didn't have the proper media training to, wiggle their way out of that or just look past it. And he took advantage of that. And he egged them on, knowing these are...
Them little boys. I know exactly what sis was saying. Migos, he was just looking at him. I said, oh, shit.
She called back, so give me 1 second. Let me pull
Okay,
that
did we ever put on Instagram? It was like the Migos doing interviews, and they asked the question, and it was like, Versace, oh, we love the Lord. Like, and it was like, this must sound like when the devil come back, when the devil took your whole life.
It's like, what is going on here? But I had to disagree. I love Joe Budden. And the thing is, like, I put like Joe Budden, the Charlemagne. No, but
this is right. He is crazy, but I'm amused by it.
The thing is, you need these type of people. Like, you need the Joe Buttons, you need the Charlemagne, the guys to rile up shit, because the shit is entertaining. Like, everybody can't be Sway and just be like.
I thought you were going to say, what's that girl name? I never remember her name.
Nadeska. Like, everybody can't be Sway and be like even kill and things of that sort. Like, you need the antics. Like, the antics is what make it entertaining. You need the Uncle June bug. Love them or hate them, but you need them, because if not, it's gonna be boring.
He is. No, I'm still signed with this. Joe Budden is bitter.
I don't think
Uncle Joe is bitter. He's entertaining. He's my favorite, but he is bitter.
All right, here goes our second half of the voicemail, if it comes up.
Okay, so I had to call back. I'm sorry. I ain't wait a week this time. But, yeah, he goes out of his way to egg people on and, like, just poke the bear, and that bothers me so bad. Because that's like, you know, if you got a family member who you know don't know how to act right or conduct themselves, or they always going to be the one shot if you're fucking with them in a public setting on this platform, you know what's going to happen. And Joe Budden constantly does that to people. And it's not okay. Like, your career didn't go where it's supposed to, because choices you made in your life. That is nobody's fault. These young bulls, half their music is just crazy and some, you don't even know what they're saying. It's just that. But that is where hip-hop is right now. Just like, so our parents, our version of hip-hop was different from theirs, and Grandmaster Flash and ours was trash. You know what I mean? It was always a difference. It's a generational thing. And I don't think that he gets that. And he comes off like such a hater. Like, he's just mean as hell for no reason. Joe Budden. And he's always attacking somebody. I don't hear about Joe Budden unless he's attacking somebody. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Keep coming at it every week. Nyambi, this is your year. You shouldn't have a Cardi B year, baby. I'm feeling it. But
I'm hoping you can make a million.
Great. And Merry Christmas, you guys.
Hope you had a good holiday.
Yeah, I hope you had a good holiday.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to engage with people, I want to talk to people. They be like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I would be trolling people sometimes, but because I do. Sometimes I can be a troller.
But the thing is,
as an academic, my job is to be a troller. Academics are trollers. Let's talk about that.
They are. But you also, but the thing is, you got to have like those opinions. Like, even though, and I think truthfully, Joe Budden has had a successful career. This nigga did pump it. No.
Okay.
Like, I'm just being real. The nigga had a successful career. It's not like Amigos and that, but like back then.
It's first of all, it's not Amigos.
Yeah.
It's Migos.
That's what
because
I said.
I originally thought it was Amigos, like we're friends, but it wasn't.
No, but I also think that he has a insightful input about the industry that most people are not willing to give up. And I think that's where a lot of people don't like, is that he's willing to give up that information and ask questions that people are not willing to ask. Like, you know, I even think about like these streams and things of that sort. You know, how much does one stream cost?
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing all these numbers, and like he's willing to ask that when nobody else is doing. You're not willing to ask. And I think that's where the misconception come in, because the nigga is super passionate about it, and sometimes it do come off as trolling. But I think, you know, he's actually, you know, wholeheartedly asking these questions that need to be asked.
Gotcha. Well, this was a good episode. Thank y'all for all the shout outs. It's good to be back. It's good to jump into all this good stuff. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good year, right, Nirams?
It surely is.
Right. As always, to submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit your questions for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave us a comment about anything that we talked about today, you can do that on our webpage, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media. We can be found at Black Love Matters. That's Black Love Matters with no K. Or you can leave us a voicemail at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.
Peace. Bye.